I gotta get in top condition, cause my son is growing quick. I'm wanting him to see my vision is bigger than a small apartment with some dirty dishes, and I'm not materialistic.
Okay guys, so in the first video we looked at getting some saturation on our vocals to get them sitting a bit nicer, also creating that analog richness. Okay, this video is going to be talking about how to EQ rap vocals, and we're going to be using a set of EQs here, modeled after different ones. I think this is a 1073, this is an SSL type EQ, okay? So first move I generally do is I'll EQ while the song is playing. So let's turn that on.
5 a.m. waking up with a sweat, cold breast, double put the glasses up on my head, tripped over the blanket as I rushed over to my dream, making my coffee black bottom out, looking for some green, itching like a bean, I'm pursuing my passion, waiting for this day job, colleagues bitch and ask it so twisted, death from staying locked in.
Right, so what I'm doing here is a high pass filter, which is the lowest filter on a parametric EQ if you have that. Or these analog ones, it's the one at the bottom, this little knob. So that's giving it its own place in the mix, right? We're leaving that bass area for the kick and the bass. So that's gonna give it its own little pocket. But you don't wanna go too far, otherwise it's gonna sound like a light R&B vocal. And this is kind of a more aggressive rap track. So next thing I'll do is I will boost the EQ, but just subtly in each one. Otherwise I find it sounds a little bit too scratchy. So let's just hear it while the music's playing.
5 a.m. waking up with a sweat, cold breast, double put the glasses up on my head, tripped over the blanket as I rushed over to my dream, making my coffee black bottom out, looking for some green, itching like a bean, I'm pursuing my passion, waiting through this day job, colleagues bitch and ask it so twisted, death from staying locked in that shit. It itself, yeah, I know it, but I gotta pay that bill. Putting out tracks, that's my tackle. Fishing from the heart to gut, Adam's apple rolling right off the horse, but I'm back in the saddle. I'm taking baby steps, I got an 808 rattle. Don't like what you see, then please change the channel. Flowing out for a sea, acapella going channel. These chicks wanna give me humps like some camels, but I'm staying hungry, lunch skipped, all at stake, no Angus. 5 a.m. waking up with a sweat, cold breast, double put the glasses up on my head, tripped over the blanket as I rushed over to my dream, making my coffee black bottom out, looking for some green, itching like a bean, I'm pursuing my passion, waiting through this day job, colleagues bitch and ask it so twisted, death from staying locked in that shit. It itself, yeah, I know it, but I got.
Okay, so I was doing a mixture of things there. So I boosted the high end, which would be like a high shelf. Not much, a couple dB, around 6K. And I'm always looking for, this is kind of something that I've learned over a few years of mixing, is you want to boost the mid-range around 1 or 2K to get the vocal sitting right with a snare. Sometimes you're jacking out the 1K, you're jacking out the 2K. You want that snare to be present. So a lot of times what you're going to have to do is you're going to have that vocal to try and come up. So sometimes you might be boosting this 1 or 2K, you might have to drop the volume fader a little bit. And I was also doing a little bit of subtractive EQ. I was boosting this up, making a small Q, and removed a resonance around 250, which I'm in an untreated room, so I will have resonances. And I boosted a little bit of the bass, right? We cut some and now we're gonna bring a little bit back. Generally, this thing is magic over here on this EQ. You just move it and I think it's set to 5K as well, so it sounds really silky.
5 a.m. waking up with a sweat, cold breast, double put the glasses up on my head, tripped over the blanket as I rushed over to my dream, making my coffee black.
So it's already really bringing that treble back out. It kind of fixes on these frequencies like 3.2, 1.6, which again are pretty good ones to boost. We talked about the 1 or 2K. This 3.2K or 4.8, this is where the human ear is really sensitive.
5 a.m. waking up with a sweat, cold breast, double put the glasses up on my head, tripped over the blanket as I rushed over to my dream, making my coffee black bottom out, looking for some green, itching like a bean, I'm pursuing my passion, waiting through this day job, colleagues bitch and ask it so twisted, death from staying locked in that shit. It itself, yeah.
So I'd say that's sounding pretty good. On this EQ, you can also give it a little bit more saturation by putting the line in. So let's hear how that sounds.
5 a.m. waking up with a sweat, cold breast, double put the glasses up on my head, tripped over the blanket as I rushed over to my dream, making my coffee black bottom out, looking for some green.
Okay, so I'd say we're sounding pretty good right now. Like, you see how we were mixing with the music? I think that's really important to have the end goal in mind, right? Because if we were just mixing with it soloed,
5 a.m. waking up with a sweat, cold breast. I'm gonna put the glasses up on my
right, we might start tweaking things until they sound good by themselves, but we're thinking about the context of the whole song, right? Which is what the listener is going to listen to. They're not asking you for, hey, can I listen to the stems? I just want to listen to the voice with no music. No. Listener wants the whole deal, right? So you got to make it sound good in the whole deal. Okay. So we're going to stop here. And in the next video, part 3, we're going to be looking at compression, right? Because things are sounding good, but we need to get them leveled now. So we'll catch you in the next one for some compression. See ya.